start off with the makeup, you want to put liquid foundation is best, and you always can put a bit of powder as well if you want. So I know that normally you wouldn't put foundation on a child, but because of the stage makeup in photos and everything, so they don't look like a white pale palette, it's just to add a bit of colour to their face. You don't need it thick and you don't need a lot, but just a little bit is good. Obviously the older they get, the thicker you want to put it on just a little bit, because they do sweat it off. So Sarah's already put on a base for me today's, but keep in mind if you try and get the base without SPF, because with SPF when they're getting photos done, when they're flashed, it makes them doesn't make them look quite white. So if you can have the makeup without SPF, that would be best. So I'm going to start off with the senior eyes. I've got a palette of browns, which is what we're going to be focusing on. You don't need the exact palette, obviously, but this has got like a light bronzy gold colour, which will start off on the inside and then work our way to darker on the outside. Makeup has to be quite over the top when you're doing it, because again, when they're on stage with the bright lights, it doesn't look like anything. So this is trying to make them so you can see different parts of their face. Starting on the inside of the eye with quite a light colour, dust that over the whole eye just to get yourself a bit of a base. Come up in here, Sarah can open your eye for me, and then get a little bit under here too just to frame the eye. So again, make it quite thick. Okay, so now I'm going to start with the dark colour on the outside of the eye. So I've got my dark colour here. This is how dark I'm going. Some people use black, but use it sparingly. I'd rather dark brown, it looks nicer. And as you can see, this has got quite a shimmer to it, which is nice. So I'm going to start on the outside here and work my way in. So try and get it as close as you can to the lash line, because when they open the eye, that you can see it here. Some people might have a higher brow as well, so that depends. So close your eye. So I've got, as you can see, kind of half the eye with that dark colour, bringing it out around the outside so you can see it. Not too high, because it looks a bit funny outside. So it looks like a punch in the eye. So quite dark, keep applying as much as you can. I do have a little bit of black here that I'm just going to add sparingly, because it's quite harsh, just to really darken out this outer part here along the lash line. I don't want to see the black, but it just helps with the darkening it up. Now when you're doing the makeup, if you do make mistakes, you can use makeup wipes, but it will like eliminate everything underneath, so you might have to reapply the... If you just sort of use a brush and try and... If you open your eye for me, Sarah. You want to get rid of all that stuff under the eye, because else it makes them look like what it punched in the face. Press pause for a minute. So now I've got the medium brown, I'm just going to blend it through so it's not like a harsh line. But again, you need it to be quite dark, so if it does look a bit over the top, that's better than it looking not very dark at all. So that's like the brown, it's like more of a silvery brown colour. Again, it's not perfect, but again, like, you just want it nice and dark, so when she opens her eye, you can see there's shadow on top of the lid as well as on the eye. So for the senior girls, I would recommend putting on false eyelashes. It's something they need to get used to getting older, and it's quite fun really when they haven't done it before. But you need to make sure you apply mascara beforehand, because it's too hard once you do it afterwards. Sarah has really long thick eyelashes, so she might not need the eyelashes too much because they're actually really, really long. But I'll put them on her anyway so you can see what it looks like. But I'm still going to put mascara on the eye so it doesn't stick out in front of the false eyelash. So now I'm going to put some fake eyelashes on Sarah for the senior girls. Now you can get heaps of different ones. This one's a little bit more natural, but then you can get ones as thick as this that are more of a stage one. It just depends. This one you can see in your peripherals, but they get used to it. I also get this eyelash glue from Cosmetics Plus for about $2, I think, which is really good. And eyelashes can range in price, but you know, I've got this one from Cosmetics Plus again for $5, and then I've got these ones from Sports Girl for about $8. So, you know, not too expensive. So what you're going to do now with the eyelash, just hold it by the lashes, and you're going to get the eyelash glue, and it's like a translucent colour, so you can see where you've applied it, which is good. So you're just going to run it along the edge there, and you need to put quite a bit because it can, so it sticks the first time and you don't have to use the sticky part near the child's eye. So make sure you get the edges, put a bit on there so it's nice and white. So you can see that it's white, so it sticks out. Make sure you get the edges, and then wait for a little bit and give it a little blow just so it gets a bit sticky. So now you're going to apply it from the inside out. I have a cotton wool bud to help me press it up against the eye without hurting the person you're doing it to. So again, hold it by the lashes. You want it down along the lash line as much as you can and on the inside. So there you are. You're going to push it in as low as close as you can to the lash, and then bring it along, push it down, push it down. As you can see, the glue is still quite wet. I could have waited probably a bit longer. Push, push, push. Make sure you push it in on the inside, and then push it down and push it along the lash line. It shouldn't take too long to apply. If you make a mistake, you can just pull it off gently. Eyelash screw is safe for the eyes. You don't want to put it in the eyes, but it's safe for around the eyes, so it won't hurt. It doesn't hurt very much. So then you just wait for that. Can you open your eyes for me, Sarah? And as you can see, if you put your eyes up, there's a tiny little gap that I've got. Open your eye. Open your eye. There's a tiny little gap I've left, but you want to try and get it. It's pretty good. As close to the lash line as you can. Alright, press pause, Mum. And I also let you know that you have to cut the lashes to fit the eye because they're actually quite long. So measure it against the eye, take it away, cut it off, and then it should fit a bit better. So now I'm going to apply the blush. It needs to be quite bright, so a really bright pink colour. Sparkly doesn't really matter, but whatever, it needs to be quite bright and quite thick. So I'm going to get Sarah to put her lips together like a little fishy. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go from the cheek all the way up the jawline. No, not the jawline, the cheekbone. So again, this isn't what you would regularly wear for makeup, obviously. It has to be quite dramatic because you need to see it in the light. So now everyone has to wear bright red lipstick, as bright can be. Again, it's not regular day wear, but it's for stage makeup. I don't wear lip liner, but if you want to, that's fine with you. So another thing to note is don't put the lipstick on at home. You want to take the lipstick with you to the venue because you don't want it to get them on their costume. So if you just put it on as you drop the kids to the dressing room, that's best because it's less likely to get on anything and they're not going to rub it or anything like that. So I've got some gel glitter here, which is really fun. I always wear it because I love wearing glitter, especially for concerts. This is not compulsory, but it's just something I do and it's really fun. I put it to highlight the cheekbones and I just love glitter. So I start up on the side of the face, like on sort of the top of the eyebrow, and run it down the side of the cheek. And I've had this for years. So I run it down here. You never have too much glitter. Oh. So now I'm going to do some liner down the bottom of the eye as well as mascara. So I've got a dark brown, but you can use black as well, and it's good to have a little smudger thing as well. So all I'm going to do, open the eye, I've got a windy one, it doesn't really matter which one you use, but I'm just going to try and draw just gently from the corner of the eye, so quite dark at the edge, and then run the eyeliner as close to the lash line as you can, but not on that white part in the eye because it's not very good for the eyes. So underneath the eye, and it doesn't have to be too neat if you're doing this smudger thing. So again, you want it thicker in the corner though. Now I'm just going to put a bit of mascara down the bottom, so if it gets Sarah to look up, away, just lightly. So again, like the senior girls, and particularly for people with light eyebrows, for the stage I'm just going to give the eyebrows a bit of a brush, and I'm just going to get just a brown, or whatever colour there, or a darker shadow, and then I'm just going to get a little brush, and just sort of brush it through the eyebrow hair just to make it a little bit darker. You don't need pencil or anything, just brush it through. On the senior side, we've got the quite dark eye, we've got the fake eyelashes, we've got the blush, the glitter, and a lipstick, and liner.